Hello and welcome to Sir Wil's Athletic Banquet. Our banquet is a huge source of pride for our school, as it is an opportunity to celebrate athletics and athletic achievement, as well as to say thank you to our dedicated coaching staff. I know that we're all disappointed that we are unable to gather together at the school to celebrate student athletic achievements and to congratulate our award winners. Nevertheless, our staff felt it was important for us to mark this special occasion. And so we are celebrating with you all virtually. I want you to know how very proud I am of all of you for making athletics and healthy living a part of your daily lives. As you know, exercise is key to being mentally, emotionally, and physically healthy. I know that Mr. Varden, Mr. Hickey, Ms. McKinnon, Ms. Pro, and Ms. Moore, along with our coaches, have taught you to follow the principles of true sport, which are to go for it, rise to the challenge, and always strive for excellence. Play fair, play honest, and obey both the letter and the spirit of the rules. Respect others, keep it fun, stay healthy, include everyone, and give back. And I know you have done that. Congratulations, Lancers, and all the best.
This year's junior girls basketball team set out 3 goals at the start of our season. Number 1, have fun. Check. Between working hard and playing hard, these girls were laughing and having the best time on and off the court. It made for a really amazing season, and it was my pleasure to take the time to coach these truly amazing young women. Number 2, my favorite, beat St. Pete's. Check. We managed to do this on their home turf. And number 3, beat our last year's record of 3 wins and 5 losses. We made it through our regular season with 7 wins, 1 very close loss, and 1 heartbreaking loss in the semifinals. This year's Coaches Award goes to 2 players who stepped it up this year. On the court, these 2 players are a strong combination of post and guard. They not only looked for each other, but they also looked to give the ball to our less experienced basketball players. These girls made sure that every single member of our team scored at least 1 basket this season, and they took the time to teach their teammates how to improve their individual skills over the season. If I was not able to start a practice on time, these 2 would make sure that the nets were up and the warm-ups were started and the drills were going before I could get there. Off the court, they're always positive and encouraging, and it's been a pleasure to coach them this year. This year's Coaches Award goes to Althea Sanjeevin and Maddie Holden. Good job, girls.
It's Miss McKinnon here, and we are here to present our cross-country awards for this year.
Oh, hi, it's Miss Muse, and I'm happy to join you virtually.
And Miss Angel. So we are here to talk about our cross-country team from this past fall. It's a bit of an unusual way for us to do our Coaches Award and to recognize our athletes, but at least we have Google Meet to make that work. So we lucked out a lot this year in terms of our weather. We had great weather for the most of the season. We had great turnout in terms of team numbers as well as team spirit. So I'll turn it over now to Miss Muse for our junior award winners.
All right, so starting with our junior boy winner, we have Gavin Hickey, who had a really great season, came out to all the practices, was a leader on the team, really committed athlete, and did a great job at all the meets. And then our junior girl winner is Lizzie Broome, who, again, a fantastic athlete. She juggled multiple sports to come to our practices and meets, and she excelled at the city final meet and coming 1 spot short of going to OFSA. So I wish them both an excellent season next year, as well as all of our junior athletes.
Yay! Congratulations, you guys. I am here to present our senior award winners. First, I'll start with our senior boys. This award goes to Alex Godfrey. He was always a consistent member of the team and an excellent role model for our younger athletes. Our second award winner goes to senior senior girls for Sarah Robidoux. She is a great inspiration to the younger athletes also, and is such a committed runner and athlete, and it's just been a pleasure to have you guys part of the team all these years, and we're just really sad to see you guys go. So congratulations, you guys. Congratulations.
Hello, it's Mr. Hatfield again. I'm here to give the Coaches Award for Senior Boys Rugby Sevens. This was the first year we ever had a team. We had a bunch of eager players that wanted to play and start a team, and so we worked really hard to have our essential 12 players to have a team and make sure we get all our practices in before the tournament day. We had a successful day. We had lots of fun, lots of new experiences for the boys. Not very many of them had played rugby sevens before, let alone rugby, and I think they really enjoyed their experience. I would like to first of all thank Mr. Marks Broome, who helped us out a few times for practices, and I would also like to thank Mr. Hickey, who came along with us on tournament day to help us out. This year's first ever Senior Boys Varsity Rugby Sevens Coaches Award goes to someone that was hardworking. He came with a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience playing some club rugby lately, and was just a force to be reckoned with out on the field, both leadership-wise and playing-wise. This year's Coaches Award goes to Michael Perfetti. Congratulations, Mike.
Hello everyone, this is Coach Brickta. This year the Coaches Award for the Best Male in Ultimate goes to Kai Arsenault. Kai has been a member of the Ultimate team since he was in grade 10. He came onto the team with a great attitude and a great field sense, I think stemming from his background in soccer. Right away he was able to understand the flow of the game, get into position, mark his player, and as he grew taller and older, he became a dominant force on the field, especially in the end zone. Anytime we were playing during the 2019 season, you always wanted to make sure, and everyone on the team understood this, you always wanted to make sure that Kai got the disc. Kai is a fierce competitor, and off the field and on, and he was always trying to figure out new plays and new lineups that we could use for strategy to maximize our chances of success. He's going to be sorely missed next year. The Coaches Award this year for Best Female Player in Ultimate goes to Kaylin Murray. Kaylin was new to the sport this year, but her natural athleticism quickly made her a standout player. In particular, Kaylin's height and quick reflexes made her excellent on defense, and she was really good at blocking the disc whenever it came near her, even when it was high or whatever. She had great hands on defense. Kaylin demonstrated an excellent spirit for the game, both on and off the field. She was a good teammate who encouraged her other teammates and was very coachable, right? She picked up the skills of the game very quickly. And both Coach Jess, Reese, and myself wish her the best of luck. Thanks.
Hello, I am Mr. Hatfield, and I am here to present the Coaches Award for Varsity Girls Rugby Sevens. I first of all would like to thank Mr. Marks Broome for his help this year. Even though he wasn't at our school at the time, he was helping us out with the team, helping with practices and things like that. It was an interesting season this year. It was cut short because of some scheduling issues and things like that, so we only had a few games this year compared to years past, but we had a successful day when it came to the championship tournament. One of the highlights was a really hard-fought game against probably the best team in the city, Glebe, and we kept it close, and it was a really exciting sevens rugby game to watch. This year's Varsity Girls Rugby Award goes to someone that was a leader all throughout the season this year, on and off the field would make it to every practice and work hard in every practice and make others work hard, but take the time to teach the others, some of the new girls, to Rugby Sevens and help them out as well. On the field, she was a force, both defensively and offensively, and she just works hard all the time, trying to make her team better. This year's Varsity Girls Rugby Award goes to Sarah Robidoux. Congratulations, Sarah.
Hi guys, it's Miss Pro here. I'm here to present the Senior Boys Volleyball Award. This year the boys team had a lot of talent. We had a really great start to the season, then we ran into a few hiccups. We had a couple of season-ending injuries and a couple of close games that didn't go our way. Although we didn't finish as well as I think we could have, I really enjoyed working with this team. The Coaches Award this year is going to Adrian Pequin. Adrian was an integral part of our team this year. He's a very skilled volleyball player. His main role in the team was setting, which he did really well, not only because of his skill, but because he's very aware on the court and made smart decisions. It's one thing to have a really talented team. If you don't have a setter to bring them together and kind of organize it, run the show, it doesn't always come together. One of the only bad things about having him set was that we weren't able to take advantage of his excellent passing skills and defensive skills. He's one of our most consistent, solid servers, which I believe is one of the most important skills you can have out there. And he had a quiet way of supporting and encouraging his teammates, but his level of commitment, dedication, and hard work are really hard to find. It was a pleasure to work with him. Congratulations, Adrian.
Hi everybody, Mr. Campbell here. I just first wanted to say how much I miss everybody and wish that we could be doing this in person, but unfortunately the circumstances dictate that we end up doing it virtually. So the sentiments are all the same and the best wishes are all the same. We certainly are proud of all of our athletes and the time and effort that you've put into the programs at Sir Wil. I'm here on behalf of the grade 9 boys football team. We had an up and down season. Our boys fought hard, and we were playing our best football by the end of the season, which is exactly what I think any coach wants, to see some growth during the season and to see a little bit of passion develop for the sport and have some success toward the end. So our Coaches Award winner, I'm here on behalf of Mr. Varden as well. Our Coaches Award winner this past season was there to do everything that we needed him to do. We shifted him around positions. He became a leader on the team, and he really performed at a high level in some very difficult situations. So both Mr. Varden and I are extremely pleased and happy to present this year's Coaches Award to Aaron Rama. So congratulations, Aaron. We're very pleased with you as an athlete and would be happy to coach you again. All the best. Bye, everybody.
Hey, Lancers. I want to thank the members of the boys and girls golf team for a successful season. They represented our school very well at both the boys and the girls tournaments, even though it rained on both of those days. I want to congratulate especially Eden Nowicki, who represented us exceptionally on the girls' side, and I look forward to her continuing to play for us in the future, as well as returning members of the boys' golf team. Thank you, and all the best.
Hi everyone. This fall I had the pleasure of coaching the junior boys soccer team. These grade 9 and 10 boys came out at 7 a.m. 2 to 3 times a week to practice, not including games, and are some of the finest, most talented, and responsible young athletes I've had the opportunity to coach. While there were many members of this team that could have been chosen for this award, this year's award is going to be presented to Ethan Allen. Ethan was our goalie, and what's hard about being a goalie is that win or lose, you're the goalie. So Ethan, you always came to practice, you always worked hard, and you always kept up the fight no matter what was going on. And we're really happy to have you on the team. Congratulations, Ethan.
Coaches Award for the boys varsity hockey team goes to Jackson Lieber. Congrats, Jackson.
All right, give me your best shot. Whoa, that was a little faster than I was expecting there. Oh, I wasn't ready that time. Let's go again. Nice, there was some funky spin on that shot. Whoa, sorry, a bug got in my eye.
No skits, stars.
Hi everybody, Mr. Samard here at the tennis courts in quarantine. Now that my daughter's finished whooping me in tennis, I figure I'll take some time to get to this year's Tennis Coaches Award. This year, when choosing a recipient for the Coaches Award, to me there was a fairly obvious choice. But first, let me talk about the tennis team and our season a little bit. So this year on the tennis team, we had a lot of new players. Some of our players were international students from various countries. We had some grade 9s as well as some grade 12s trying tennis for the first time. One of our grade 9s was in Division A this year, and they made it all the way to City Championship, which was an incredible feat for a grade 9 to do, seeing as they're playing against grade 12s in Division A. Some of our players that were trying tennis for the first time really had some amazing success in the tournaments, and I hope that they felt a sense of accomplishment in the results that they achieved. There were some challenges as well this year. There were some rain delays for tournaments, and I remember one moment that stood out was we had to go all the way out to Barrhaven for one of our tournaments. So that was a bit of a challenge because it was a very long bus ride, and I appreciate all the tennis players and their patience that they demonstrated. But anyways, for the Tennis Coaches Award winner, this student demonstrated some excellent qualities, sportsmanship. I can't express how amazing this student is with their etiquette on the tennis court. Tennis is really a sport that requires using appropriate etiquette, and this student was always a class act on the tennis court regardless of the results that they achieved in the tournament. Some other qualities that they possessed were being a team player. Every year during tryouts, the student would come and talk to me and say, listen, you can put me anywhere on the team so that it allows for more students to play. So sometimes this would mean foregoing doing position in singles, and they would play on a doubles team, whether that be mixed doubles or men's doubles. And that allowed me to put more students on the team. So I greatly appreciate that, and that student has taken that upon themselves every year, and it's given me a lot of flexibility to work our roster as a coach. So, and also they've been a member of the team every year since grade 9, and they've demonstrated these same qualities. They've been a leader to new players coming onto the team. They've invited some of their friends to come and play and introduced many new students to the sport. So my award winner is going to Neil McClintock. Congratulations, Neil.
This year's Senior Boys Soccer Award goes to Noah Hamsey. Noah displayed great leadership on the team through always showing up at practice, ready to do the drills and work hard, his positive attitude during games, and his overall leadership with his other teammates. So congrats, Noah.
Hi, everyone. As you know, we are here for a virtual athletics banquet. So once again, Madame Peneton-Couth and I, Miss P, had the pleasure of, quote unquote, coaching the Sir Wil swim team this year. This was the largest team we've had in many years, and we could not have asked for a better set of students. They were committed, hardworking, fun, professional, polite, and wonderful to supervise. They made both us and Sir Wil really proud. While we could go on and on about the wonderful team and the fabulous members, the point of this presentation is really to tell you which team member, or members, will be awarded the coveted Coaches Award. So, without further ado, let me hand you over to Madame Peneton-Couth. Okay. Well, that was both really cute, maybe a little bit awkward, but so sweet. Kind of like, this giraffe in someone's pool. So I guess it's up to me to read the lovely little text that Madame PK has sent me. Don't expect it to be cute and sweet like the giraffe in the pool. Maybe my version will look more like this. So, while we appreciated and wanted to sincerely thank everyone who participated on this year's swim team, things would not have run as smoothly if it were not for 2 assistant coaches. Without their superb skills in coaching and leadership, the team would not have been as successful as Miss P and I would have liked. And more importantly, Miss P and I would have had to work so much harder. Keeping that in mind, I would like to present the Coaches Awards for the swim team to Chanpreet Rear and Reese Martin. They were beasts, both in the pool and on the pool deck. A special side congratulation goes out to Reese for qualifying for OFSA in both of his events. This is the 3rd year in a row that Reese was to have represented Sir Wil at OFSA. He is a real inspiration. Way to go. Stay safe, and we hope that you have an amazing summer. Hope to see you on the swim team in the fall, Lancers.
Hi everybody, Miss LaBelle here to present the Senior Girls Basketball Coaches Award. This season the girls were so much fun to have on the team, always working hard and staying positive. Your Coaches Award winner this year had so much grace and poise on the court. Her demeanor is something to be admired. Your 2019-2020 winner is Jade Gentes.
Hey sports fans, Mr. Fife, Parliament Hill, by the flame, the clock is ringing, and you know what time it is? It's football time for the Lancers. Let's hear it, some noise, and it's ticking up a notch. Team's going all the way this year. Well, good afternoon sports fans. Mr. Fife here on Parliament Hill with the Peace Tower in the background. To announce the winner of the Girls Touch Football Coaches Award. And I just want to take a moment to pay tribute to the grade 12 athletes this year. We had a number of very highly skilled players who would have been on the roster. Hannah Tallier, Sabina Akbari, Melissa Holtzlander, Brianna Clifton, Logan Cern, and Zara Golfin. All highly skilled and dedicated athletes, and thank you ladies for your contributions over the years. It's really been a pleasure watching you play and coaching you, so thank you. We would have had Anne-Catherine Seyfarth from Germany, international student, and Teresa Garcia Herrera from Spain had they returned to the school this year. So we would have had an extremely strong lineup, and I hope everybody's safe where they are, self-quarantining. And so this year the Coaches Award winner was somebody who was an indispensable part of the team, and we're putting together a lineup. This is somebody who is very athletic, skilled at a number of positions, played offense, defense, kicked off for us, and was the best punter in the league. And I apologize to Mr. Varden. I think that our gym isn't big enough for this player, because when she practiced kickoffs in early season training, her kickoffs would thunder against the back walls, and I think it might have moved the walls a couple of millimeters, knocked the pigeons out of their rafters. Not that we have any pigeons. Anyway, so her punts, I apologize, Mr. Varden, I think a couple of them never came down, so we'll have to write that off after special category of still in orbit. I did catch a couple of the thundering punts in practice, and it required a lot of focus. So thank you. And in games, our punter scored quite a few points for us in games. The 1 point is margin victory, so we get down, and she punched them through. We were in a game against Green Wilson last season, and that was the margin of victory on the Lancer field. And in the tournament that year against at Beatrice Lodge, and an absolutely torrential downpour. The team navigated down into the red zone, and she nailed it through the back of the end zone for the single point. Big win. Really a very intense ball game. And on defense, she came up with key interceptions and turned the ball over for, created turnovers in our favor, and took the ball away from the receivers and headed upfield for positive yardage. And on offense, she was a receiver, also a very strong arm, so she was our option play go-to person. She had a rocket right arm, and she could really launch the ball downfield, so could score from anywhere on the field. And so it's going to be a huge loss to the program, as are all the ladies. And so the award winner this year will be Logan Cern. Okay, so thank you, Logan, for all your contributions and leadership, and good luck next season.
Hey Lancers, Mrs. White here. This year's recipient of the Boys Curling Award showed true leadership. He wanted a boys curling team this year, so he recruited enough players to make a team. As a player with limited experience, he took on the role of skip. This role is usually filled by more experienced curlers, but he was willing to take on the challenge and excelled in the position. He learned how to lead the team throughout the season. This year's winner of the Boys Curling Award is Kai Arsenault. Congratulations, Kai, from both myself and Ms. McPherson. Hi Lancers, Mrs. White again. This year's winner of the Girls Curling Award is a soft-spoken leader. During our rather tumultuous season, she stepped up to lead the team even when things got tough. With several new players, she helped teach the rules and the technique of the game. Her dedication to the sport was evident throughout the season, and I hope to have an opportunity to work with her again in the future. This year's winner of the Girls Curling Award is Shannon Webster. Congratulations, Shannon, from both myself and Ms. McPherson.
Hi Lancers, Coach Hickey here for the junior boys basketball team. Before I start, I just wanted to say thank you to Coach Marks and Coach Locks for volunteering their time to coach the team this year as well. We had an interesting season. We started the season real well, winning the Sir Wil basketball tournament preseason, and a big shout out to Mr. Varden and the rec leadership class for running that tournament. From there we went into the regular season. We had a bit of a bumpy ride. We ended the season well on a 3-game win streak. We ended the season beating St. Pete's to go into the playoffs. From there, we had a couple of upsets. We faced off first against Louis Real, and we beat them. We crossed over against an undefeated Mirabel team, and we beat them. And then we went in against a really strong undefeated West Carleton team who ended up eventually winning the championship. But we took them to the limit in that game, losing by 1 point. So overall, we had some success, so that was good. So talking to the coaches about who to give the Coaches Award to, there was a couple of names that came up. Ultimately, we decided to go with a player that brought his skill and experience and competitiveness to the team and helped out quite a bit in the games. So this year, the Coaches Award for the junior boys basketball team goes to Liban Abdallah. Congratulations, Liban.
This year I coached senior boys basketball team with Miss LaBelle, Mr. Varden, and Madame Baltez. Going into the season, we were worried about how our team was going to perform. Our team goal was to make the playoffs, and even that seemed like it might be difficult to achieve. However, when the season began, we started by winning our first 5 games before winter vacation. After winter vacation, we had a bit of trouble, but still finished second in our division. We won our first playoff game at home very easily before beating Sir Robert Borden for the second year in a row in the playoffs. We played Samuel Jeunesse for a second year in a row as well in the semi-final. Last year they ended our season, but this year we beat them for a third straight time to advance to the Tier 1 city final at Ashbury against Sir Wil. Despite having a brief fourth quarter lead, we ended up losing the game in the last few minutes. We were very proud of what the boys accomplished this season. There were numerous student athletes that far exceeded our expectations this year. All 4 of our returning players had improved significantly from the previous season. One guy in particular went from being a guy off our bench in grade 11 to the most talented player in the league this season. He did this by having a great work ethic and always trying his best in practice. He led our team in scoring, assists, rebounds, and steals. Our Coaches Award winner for this season is Josh Ruby. Congratulations.
Hi there, I'm presenting the Junior Girls Volleyball Award. This year's Junior Girls Volleyball team was very keen. We started practicing very early, like 3 months before our first tournament in February. We played in a split squad. Everyone got to play lots, and we learned lots about playing volleyball that day. In our first league game, which wasn't until March, we went undefeated for the day, which we have never done with the Junior Girls Volleyball team before. So congrats to this team. Special mention goes to Renata, who hit a ball so hard that day compared to all the other girls there, that I'm pretty sure the ref just called it in because he wasn't prepared to track a ball hit that hard. So good job, Renata. This year's Coaches Award, though, goes to Natasha Gurham. First and foremost, Tashi's energy is infectious. She manages to motivate and excite a whole team within seconds of her presence, or seconds of her being on the court. She holds herself to the highest expectations. No ball hits the ground without her diving after it. No serve is missed in a pressure situation. And she really brings out the best in all her teammates. She's a leader that every team needs. So congrats, Tashi. You really earned it this year. Hello, I'm presenting the Senior Girls Volleyball Award. The Senior Girls played in a tough OFSA division this year. We won some, we lost some. We had lots of games that went to 5 matches, or 5 sets. And we ended up making it to the semifinals against Glebe, which unfortunately we lost in 5 sets. This year's Senior Girls Volleyball Award goes to Aspen Hall. Aspen has been a dedicated member of this team for 4 years. This year she came in and was our most consistent server and passer, and she was also our main setter and was instrumental in running our offense. But don't get me wrong, when given a chance, Aspen would happily crush a ball half court against the other team. She was really irreplaceable. She would play anywhere that we asked her to play, and she will be greatly missed. Congrats, Aspen.
Hi, I was one of the 3 coaches of the junior boys volleyball team this year. We had a larger than normal team. We decided to keep on more players, one to help them develop for when they move on to senior boys volleyball, but also develop some of the grade 9s for them to come back into next year and play. This year was a different year in terms of league play. There were no afternoon games for us. We had day tournaments. We were able to enter into one tournament before everything was stopped due to the coronavirus. We started out a little rough, and then we ended up improving as the day went on and finished really, really well. It's unfortunate the season stopped when it did, because we certainly saw a lot of promise within the team this year. This year's MVP, we chose based on their leadership on and off the court. The fact that they were showing up to practices, they were always communicating with us. they held their teammates accountable, and I think the biggest part was they held themselves accountable. They were always asking questions in terms of how they can do better and how they can improve their position, as well as just becoming a better overall volleyball player. So this year's MVP is Billy Lastris. Congratulations, Billy, and good luck next season.
Hello, I'm Mr. Hatfield, and on behalf of Mr. Vezo, I am here to present the Coaches Award to Varsity Girls Hockey. I first of all just want to take a second to thank Mr. Vezo for all his hard work over the years for the girls hockey program. Lots of work and stuff done behind the scenes, and I think he really enjoyed coaching girls, and I think the girls really enjoyed having him around as well. Our season was a good season, an improvement from last year. Last year we were majority all grade 9s, so this year we were majority all grade 10s, and we had a little bit more success. We had a big win against a good team. And we were in a tough league this year. We had OFSA teams mixed in with us, which made for some really hard games, but the girls played super hard, and we kept them close for most of the games, and it was an amazing, fun year. This year's Coaches Award goes to someone that really stepped up the leadership role, both on and off the ice, improved so much just as a leader and with the work ethic and things like that. It was just amazing to watch. Just so happens to be our leading goal scorer this year, probably due to her hard work and her dedication to the team. This year's Coaches Award for Varsity Girls Hockey goes to Caitlin Hayes. Congratulations, Caitlin, and I wish you guys all the best.
Hi there, sports fans. Mr. Fife joining you from Parnell Hill, up by the statue of Sir Wil. Always a great day up on the hill, looking out at the Chateau Laurier, named after Sir Wil. And I hope you guys are having a good time out in the tables with your friends, with the very fine dining and pop that we've arranged for you. I think it's pop. It's bubbly, but then again, Sarka and. Apologize, Mr. Varden, that was last year's script. So next slide. Okay, here we go. Right, this is a different season. I know that you guys are at home putting Alan lockdown and Q in quarantine, but Sir Wil athletics program rolls on. We don't stop for nothing. And I'm here to announce the Rod Mcgillis Memorial Award, and this is given annually to an athlete who made a substantial contribution to the athletics here at Sir Wil, home of the Lancers. I did meet Mr. Mcgillis a couple times at sports banquets, and he was a quiet lad, but left an indelible imprint here at Sir Wil. And the athlete who's receiving the award this year was in 3 athletics programs that I know of. Volleyball, where she was in the program that went to the city championship last year and came away with the silver. So a very intense athlete and great skills. Also evidenced in the basketball program, where her passing ability was on display, threading the needle and assisting on scoring plays. Tough on defense, very good at dribbling through the defenders. And just I remember in the double overtime game against Lester B. Pearson, where she assisted in an epic victory, and a very hostile crowd, and the Lancers dialed it up, came with a huge win, and wow, that was just a crazy moment in sports history here at Sir Wil. The victory bells ringing. So thanks, ladies, and Coach LaBelle. I knew this athlete from the Sir Wil girls touch football program. She was out for the course of her high school career, was our long snapper and leading receiver. Now, I don't know if Mr. Varden will agree with me, but some people say the long snapper is the most important person on the field. All the great ones play long snapper. They handle the ball on every play, get the ball back to the quarterback, nice tight spirals, and then have to make a transition to running downfield and catching the ball in very tough conditions. And that is exactly what she did. She was up to the challenge. She was our leading receiver, the best long snapper in the city, catching balls in traffic and all types of weather, the wind, the rain, the freezing rain, the snow, torrential rain. Wow. Getting first downs for us, extending our drives on third downs. A very reliable player, always at practice with a smile on, and a mentor to younger players within the school, running the scoreboard at basketball games, training the next generation of scorekeepers. Very tough to do in tight games when, you know, every little minutia can go wrong, but they handled it perfectly. And also she was the MC at last year's athletic banquet. So without further ado, I'd like to announce this year's award winner, the Mcgillis Leadership Award. The recipient will be Zara Golfin. So Zara, thank you very much for all your hard work here at school over the years. And I'm here with Sir Wil. He paid tribute to the athleticism of the Lancers and is ready to put the foot in football. And we're kicking off. We're headed up to the Centennial Flame to announce the winner for the Girls Touch Football Coaches Award. So we'll see you there.
Hi Lancers, Coach Hickey here again. Right now I'm here to announce the male recipient for the Catherine Boyd Award. So the Catherine Boyd Award was named in memory of a former student, Catherine Boyd, who had a significant athletic career at Sir Wil. Unfortunately, she passed away at an early age in 1979. This award is presented to an athlete who has made a significant contribution to the Sir Wil athletics program during their high school career. So it's my pleasure to announce the male recipient of the Catherine Boyd Award is presented to Carter Bennett. So Carter has made a huge contribution to the Sir Wil athletics program throughout his career. It even dates back before he came into grade 9. I remember him on the side of the gymnasium when I was coaching his brother Jackson in basketball, and Carter was in probably about grade 5, and he's doing cartwheels over on the side, entertaining Jackson's teammates. Well, he came in grade 9 and continued to make even more of a contribution to the athletics program from that. He's played football, junior and senior, been a captain on the football teams. He played volleyball, junior and senior, again, being a captain. And then he also played rugby in junior and senior, and again, stepped up as a captain on those teams. So we're looking at somebody who not only is an amazing athlete, he stepped up as a leader on those teams. So we take him away from the athletics or as an athlete, and he's also contributed to the athletics program as a non-athlete. As a grade 11, he helped coach the junior volleyball team. So he would run drills at practices. He was organizing the grade 9s and 10s. And again, that's him as a grade 11. As a grade 12, he continued. He was mentoring some of the grade 9 students. He was helping them out, mentoring them within the athletics. So he has evolved throughout his entire career. So again, it is my pleasure to announce Carter as the male recipient. And to Carter, we want to recognize you for that capacity, but also to thank you for that. It's been quite a pleasure having you as a student and as an athlete, and we wish you all the best in the future. Congratulations, Carter.
It's now time to acknowledge our Athletic Letter Award winners. The School Athletic Letter is awarded to graduating students who have made an outstanding contribution to athletics over their time at Sir Wil, earning a total of 40 points participating on teams, in individual sports, or through taking physical education classes. If you didn't get a chance to apply for Athletic Letter due to the COVID-19 crisis, please email me and we can correct that. I'd like to congratulate this year's Athletic Letter Award winners, Brianna Clifton, Emma Linsmeyer, Sarah Robidoux, and Kai Arsenault. Congratulations, Lancers. Great work.
Hi there, sports fans. Mr. Fife again, continuing a tour of the sights and sounds of the National Capital area. I'm here beneath the statue of Lady Justice in front of the Supreme Court of Canada. And we see the figure of truth in the distance. One of the statues here on the Supreme Court, carved by Walter Allward, who carved the Vimy Ridge statues and the memorial. Off in the distance we have Parliament Hill. So certainly one of the sites here in the nation's capital. A good review for your law students out there and civic students. And I'm here to announce the winner of the Catherine Boyd Award. And Catherine Boyd was a Sir Wilfrid Laurier student athlete, significant athletic career at Sir Wilfrid Laurier. Unfortunately, she died in 1979, and her family created this award in her memory. It is presented now to the athlete at Sir Wilfrid Laurier who's made a significant contribution to the athletics program. And the award winner this year was on the short list last year, and this year she will be receiving the award for a very strong athletic career here and substantial leadership at Sir Wilfrid Laurier. She was a key component of the girls basketball team, a very tenacious defender, and I did see her Lester B. Pearson double overtime game, and she really turned it up, dialed the intensity up, and was ripping the ball away from the opposing players, and not drawing any fouls or anything, but it was just a tough defensive effort, which really helped the team pick up the pace and came away with a huge win. And the hostile crowd was quieted by the Lancers, and it was just an epic performance. Now, she did come to the football program, and we do have an unofficial tradition with the Lancer football program that redheads play on defense. However, she right away indicated she wanted to play quarterback, and quarterback she did. She locked it in, so she's an athlete with laser focus and significant leadership capabilities on the field and off the field. Would just get the team captain, as a team captain, would get the team moving in the drills and getting us to the tournaments and getting the players out and warmed up. And a very intense athlete, highly skilled, could run and throw, had a propensity to go for it on third down. Now, I would appeal to ladies. Now, ladies, really, we should kick it away on third down for field position, and I pleaded my case, but the players have autonomy and use their executive authority to extend the drives. And more football time is good time, so let's keep the drive alive, and created for a very exciting brand of football. So the award winner this year, somebody who contributed significantly to Sir Wil athletics over the duration of her career, the award winner this year will be Hannah Tellier. So Hannah, thank you very much for your contributions in football and basketball. And oh my goodness, there's a football in the background. Well, Mr. Varden, I'm sorry, I put it there, okay? So I plead guilty here at the front of the Supreme Court. I throw myself on the mercy of the court. And Hannah, thank you, congratulations, and good luck next year in your athletic and academic endeavors. And go Lancers.
It is now time to acknowledge our OFSA participants. The Lancers compete in the National Capital Secondary School Athletic Association, which is one of 18 athletic associations in our province. Each year, the Ontario Federation of School Athletic Associations, or OFSA, holds provincial championships for individual sports and all senior team sports. This year, 2 Lancers participated at OFSA. Making his third appearance in swimming was Reese Martin. Congratulations, Reese. And making her first appearance in wrestling was Jasla Cook. Congratulations, Jasla.
Hello again. This year, I have been given the honor to present the McDonald's Trophy for Athletic Achievement by a junior boy. I am thrilled to announce that this year's recipient is Gavin Hickey. Gavin started off strong as a new Sir Wil athlete. Over the fall and winter, Gavin participated on the junior boys volleyball team, the junior boys soccer team, the Sir Wil cross country team, and the junior boys basketball team. And I'm sure he would have tried to squeeze a sport or two in the spring. Gavin's coaches all describe him in similar ways. He's respectful to his coaches and teammates. He is very coachable, gives 100% to the team, and of course has an outstanding work ethic on and off the field or court. For myself, I find his quiet desire to always improve to be one of his best attributes. They say that hard work wins when talent doesn't work hard. In Gavin's case, he possesses the desire to work hard in order to be competitive on whatever sports team he is representing, while demonstrating outstanding athletic fitness and skill. Whether he is shooting baskets on the court or defending the soccer ball on the field, Gavin is a real athlete. Gavin is also a true leader, as he leads his peers by the example he sets, and is a role model for our junior athletes. Congratulations, Gavin. You've earned this.
Hi there, it's Miss Morgan. I'm back presenting the McDonald Trophy for Athletic Achievement by a Junior Girl. This year, it's awarded to Elizabeth Broome. It is rare for an athlete of Lizzie's caliber to grace our courts, fields, and tracks. This year, she narrowly missed out on qualifying for OFSA and cross-country running and was a member of the undefeated junior girls volleyball team. Success seems to follow her in her team and her individual sports. Though she is a talented athlete, that combined with her leadership is what makes her truly exceptional. John Maxwell once said, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." And that pretty much explains Lizzie. She is 100% committed to all 4 of her Sir Wil teams, community soccer, and her academic achievement. By doing such, she is an outstanding role model for her peers, who respect her tremendously. For me personally, I've had the chance to work with her in volleyball. She is a strong athlete that fits in with the club players. She is a setter, which means she's the quarterback of our team. And through her hard work and dedication, she is now becoming one of the best members of the volleyball team. Big congrats to Lizzie for winning the McDonald Trophy for Outstanding Athletic Achievement.
Hi guys, I'm here to present the Mcmahon Award for Senior Male Athlete this year. The award is given each year to a senior boy and girl that demonstrate exceptional athletic skills, substantial individual or team achievement, and who demonstrate some leadership and team building characteristics. This year, the award is going to Josh Rugby. Josh only came to us in grade 11, and since then, he's been a huge addition to our athletics program. He's been a member of the track and field, football, volleyball, and basketball teams, and has been integral to the success of each of them. Saying that Josh is an exceptional athlete is a bit of an understatement. I had the pleasure of working with Josh on the volleyball team this year. He was easily our best player, although we did have some pretty solid talent this year. He could always be counted on to crush a few balls, which made for some pretty exciting volleyball. But really, he wasn't just a powerful hitter. He was solid and consistent at all the skills of volleyball. He was constantly observing what the opponent's strengths were, and his focus and understanding of the game made him a huge defensive player also. As a football player, I've been told he's one of the best in the city at his position of receiver, and in a pinch last year, even went in as quarterback, where he apparently was pretty spectacular too. On the basketball court, Josh was the team leader in every way. He led the team in rebounds, assists, and steals. He was also the top scorer, by a lot, and the best defensive player. And still, he was so driven and focused on improving that he would spend his own time practicing outside of school, watching video on his own or with the coaches, where he would often see that he probably should have passed, even though the shot went in. Not only is Josh a very talented athlete, he's also an excellent teammate. He rarely misses games and practices and is constantly working to improve and taking feedback from the coaches. His focus and hard work just rubs off on his teammates. Others seem to just work a little harder and step up their play when he's around. He's also able to accept his role and do it as best he can, even if it's not the role that he necessarily wants. Even though he's very competitive, he's still positive, supportive, and a leader with his peers. No matter who he's working with, he's always encouraging them and wanting them to be their best. On the volleyball court, we often struggled without him. Not because we didn't have the skill to play without him, but we just missed his determination and positive voice. He just made everyone else play with more confidence. He understood it didn't matter how well he played if there was no team playing alongside him, and he was able to bring that to the team and bring the team together. As a coach, that's a hard attribute to teach. It was a real pleasure working with Josh. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Mr. Hatfield, and I'm here to present the Mcmahon Award for Senior Girls Athlete of the Year. This year's candidate played many sports and made many contributions to our athletics programs over the years. She's played everything from volleyball to girls rugby 7s to girls rugby 15s to girls hockey to cross country, girls softball. She's done so much for our school athletically and has worked hard. For myself, I had the pleasure of coaching her in both girls rugby 7s and 15s and in girls hockey over the years, and I just couldn't ask for a better player to coach. She was very loyal to her teammates, trustworthy, helping out the coaching staff. After she gained some experience playing some community rugby, she learned some new skills and things that she brought to the team and was always willing to help out the younger players, the newer players, and passing on her experience and wisdom to them. To have this person on your team, you just have an athlete that's going to give you everything that she has. And if you ever have to remove her from the field or the ice for any reasons, she just wants to get back out there and just help. That's all she wants to do. She would like to win, but she knows that winning isn't everything. But she's sure enough going to give you everything she has to try and make sure that the scoreboard comes in Sir Wil's favor. This person is just a real pleasure to have. We're sad to see her leave, but we're happy to see her move on to bigger and better things. This year's Mcmahon Senior Female Athlete of the Year goes to Sarah Robidoux. Congratulations, Sarah.
Hi Lancers, I'm Miss Muse and I have the privilege of presenting this year's Female Terry Fox Sportsmanship Award, which recognizes the student athlete's contributions as a leader within our athletics program. This year's recipient has demonstrated leadership as a member of the cross-country team and track and field teams over the last 4 years. And the award goes to Michaela Yu. Michaela always maintains a positive attitude during training and meets. She's a mentor to fellow team members, and she demonstrates the importance of being a good sport. Michaela is also a leader in our Run For It program, which promotes running and wellness among new and experienced runners. Off the field, in the halls, in the classroom, Michaela is a dedicated student, compassionate citizen, and wonderful person. Michaela, thank you for your contributions to Lancer Sports. Congratulations and best of luck. Bye.
Hi, everybody. It's Miss McKinnon, and I'm here to present the award for the Terry Fox Sportsmanship Award to a male athlete who has shown that fair play and the love of the game is more important than the final score. And before I give you a hint as to who this athlete is, I'm going to need to put these on because I think in every team picture, this particular athlete was wearing a pair of aviators. This award goes to, if you haven't guessed already, Noaa Learned. Noaa was a very important member of the cross-country team, track and field team, wrestling team. For all these years, he's been with us at Sir Wil. He has always exuded leadership style that has allowed others to succeed with him and enjoy the experience of whatever sport he was participating in. I think he was one of the only few athletes who ever took me up on the offer to compete in the steeplechase in track and field, and it's a tough race. But I guaranteed he'd have fun at it, and he did that, and he has done that every year since. And Noaa, it's just been such a honor to get to coach you over the years, and you could not be more deserving of this very important award. Congratulations, and you will be missed next year on all of our teams and in the athletic program at Sir Wil.
The Rod Mcgillis Leadership Award is presented annually to a student who has demonstrated leadership and dedication in athletics, either intramurals, interscholastic sport, or both. On every team, leaders inevitably emerge. Players who take responsibility for their team's successes and setbacks. Players who hold themselves and their teammates accountable to the cause. Some are silent, leading with their actions. Others are vocal, giving instruction and encouragement. This year's recipient led with a combination of both. I've had the pleasure of coaching and teaching the student many times over his 4 years at Sir Wil. He always demonstrates an excellent work ethic in practice and in games, leaving teammates with little doubt about expectations. He offered encouragement and support to teammates when deserved, but also challenged and pushed them when he felt they could give more. He was an instrumental member of our football, wrestling, rugby, rugby sevens, rec leadership class. He even took on track and field when injuries prevented him from playing contact sports. His leadership will be missed at Sir Wil. I wish him the best of luck in his new challenges. Congratulations to this year's Mcgillis Leadership Award winner, Nick Maaloula. Congrats, Nick.
This year's Coaches Award in Wrestling for Females goes to Jasla Cook. Jazz rose to the challenge, showing grit, determination, and perseverance. This was demonstrated especially in the city championships when she qualified for OFSA. Through way of a pin, she came from behind in a fairy tale type victory. She is a great student, team, and peer leader, both on and off the mat. Congratulations. This year's Coaches Award in Wrestling for Males goes to Nick Maaloula. Nick has been a pleasure to coach the past 2 years. He showed true grit and determination after coming back from a shoulder injury to qualifying and placing amongst the top wrestlers for his weight class in Ottawa. Nick has shown great leadership towards his fellow peers and teammates. He will truly be missed by the wrestling team. We thank you for all you have done at Sir Wil over the past 4 years and wish you all the best in your future. Congratulations, Nick.
Hello, Lancers, and welcome to the moment that you have all been patiently awaiting. Yes, it is now time to announce the winner of the Jinnee Marco Award. But first, let's take a moment to remind you of the person in honor of whom this award is given. As some of you may already know, Jinnee Marco was a Sir Wil student. But what you may not know is that Jinnee was a person who embodied the very meaning of both sportsmanship and team spirit. While she was an excellent volleyball player, her true gift was that she was all about supporting the team and making it a fun and welcoming place for all. Jinnee was that rare brand of person who always tried her best and did whatever was within her power to make others feel good about themselves. Consequently, this award is given in honor of a student, athlete, leader, and good friend. And every year it is presented to the female athlete who combines a love for her sport with a love for her team, just like Jinnee. And this year's recipient is no exception. She is definitely a sports enthusiast, having participated in track, cross country, rugby, and my personal favorite, swimming. But more importantly, irrespective of the sport, this individual embodies team spirit. She attended all practices unless excused, cooperated with others, encouraged them, and was always ready and willing to lend a helping hand. She leads by example and sets that bar extraordinarily high. Much like Jinnee, this year's award winner is one of a kind. I've had the privilege of getting to know her fairly well over the last 4 years, having coached her in swimming, taught her in history, challenged her in reach for the top, and written quite a few letters of reference for her this year. And as such, it is with great honor and pleasure that I stand before you, virtually and technically I'm sitting, to present this award to Emma Linsmeyer. I could not be more proud of you, Emma, and I could not think of anyone who deserves this award more than you. Congratulations. You will be sorely missed next year, but McGill is definitely lucky to have you.
This concludes the 28th annual Sir Wil Athletic Banquet and first ever, hopefully last, virtual athletic banquet. Before we go, it's really important that we thank Mr. Molnar for all his hard work and effort editing and producing this video. Thanks to Ms. Schrum for help keeping our Google Drives organized. I want to thank our admin team for all their support and supervision this year. We wish Mr. Vizakis all the best as he heads to Nepean High School next year. I personally want to thank all of our coaches for their time and effort with you this year, without whom there would be no Laurier Athletics. And thanks to you, our athletes, for your passion and commitment this year. To our returning Lancers, I know we will compete again. I don't know when, but it's going to happen, so stay ready. To our graduating Lancers, we wish you all the best in your new challenges. You deserved one more chance to compete with your friends as Lancers. Unfortunately, it was not to be. You're soon to be Sir Wil alumni, Lancers for life. Please keep us posted, come back to visit, help us coach, and send your pictures to Mr. Hatfield for a Wall of Fame. I hope to see you all soon. All the best. Go Lancers.